Hey everybody, HkSniper here. So wow, what went from 2 weeks, 15 days to 6 months to now? It's been quite the year, everybody. The hobby obviously has been heavily, heavily impacted by the pandemic, and I'm going to talk a little bit about it. It's just one of them things. With all the stuff that was going on just prior to COVID-19 coming along, the political climate, the drama going on at certain events, and just all this other stuff going on, the power struggles. You know, it was COVID 19 kind of became the great equalizer when it came to all that with our hobby. It definitely shut us down for a year, and like I said, this hobby has been substantially impacted, and especially early on. Now there were some events that popped up late summer into the fall that were socially distanced, and it's great. That's fantastic. I love to see the flexibility and how people will just make it work. That is one of the best things about this hobby is you have people that come from all walks of life and they will make it happen. Okay, no matter what sort of hurdles or obstacles, uh, you guys make it happen, and that's great. We usually get along really well with event organizers, coordinators, local authorities, and we make it happen. And I was really, really glad to see that. To just you know, to push on, and to keep things going, and have some sense of normalcy, even though there were some certain different types of rules in effect that we're not used to. But just to see a little bit of normalcy was great. Anyway, pushing that off to the side, uh, it's just one of them things. I hope that this year we kind of start to phase into events. With things kind of winding down, I'm not saying that it's going to be completely wound down. Obviously, COVID's going to be here for a while yet, but the numbers are dropping. Places are, starting to lift their bans and their restrictions. So I think that we will see a shift towards what we're used to, and hopefully by next year, and crossing both hands, both fingers here, we we definitely get back to normal come next summer for the next reenacting season. But I hope all this this reaches all of you in good health. I know it's been a tough year. Hang in there, everybody. The lights obviously at the end of the tunnel with the vaccines and stuff. Let's not get into the debates on that, but it's obvious that things are starting to round the corner. The light is visible. The end is within sight, and we will emerge out of this victorious. And just like what we did at the beginning of this, we'll make do and we'll push on. That's just how reenactors are. We make it work. Like I said, we make it work. And it's been, you guys have been great. I love it. I love seeing it. So, there is some bad news. There are some events that are really no longer with us. Ride Through History, which was in Alliance, Ohio. Unfortunately, last year, yeah, that was going to be the last time, I guess. There's been rumors for years, it never happened, but it didn't shut down because of COVID. They did cancel because of COVID, because they were supposed to have it last year, but unknown to us, that was going to be the last year. They sold the property. The people that bought the property do not want the event on the property, and it's a shame. That was such a great event. That was a wonderful timeline event. I, if any of you guys that organized that event are listening, man, try to find another place to do that. If you need help, reach out to the reenactors. I'm sure we could find some place, somewhere, to allow you guys to do that event. That event was great. The staff was amazing. The event site was great. Just the setup was awesome. And it's a shame to see that event gone. Other events gone in Bedford in Pennsylvania. They haven't done an event in a couple years now. Tidiute, the Remagen event, that one is gone now. I know people had mixed feelings about that, but it's sad to see it go. It was a fun event. It was really a good amount of fun. So, fortunately, some bad news there. So this year, My Cold War unit actually has done a couple events. We teamed up with the Ohio History Connection and did a. They do always do their night at the museum thing. It's kind of like the movies. It's kind of a similar setup where all the reenactors are the displays. They come to life. They interact with the people. It's a good time. This year, they obviously could not do because it's usually in February, so they couldn't do the normal in-person event. What they did this year is they brought us in groups. They filmed us. We did kind of an interactive thing, and I am told that that should be done sometime in mid-May. So I will post about that, and you can check that out. It was a great amount of fun. Had a really good time with it. We did 2 days worth of filming. Uh, both days we had minor speaking parts, and it was good fun. I really enjoyed it. So events coming up this year, they're kind of trickling in. I think a lot of people are watching to see what all of the guidelines are going and who's going to do what. Fort Meigs, I know, is at least looking. I mean, they're on the calendar for 2021. And I know they're pushing on. I'm not sure about like D-Day or anything. I know that they're in the works. They're doing a lot of kind of monitoring, watching the situation. I may go to D-Day this year. Yes, I am unbanned from D-Day. I was probably going to go as French Resistance last year, and it kind of figures that the year I'm allowed to go back, COVID shows up. So I may attend it doing French Resistance. We will see. Just kind of depends on what's going on, and just kind of going from there. I know there's a few other timeline events going on, and it kind of seems like the big thing right now, timeline events, just because we haven't had anything. So, kind of getting the groups together and trying to get as much as you can into one event seems to be the big thing right now. And there's plus and minuses to that. And private events. Been doing a few private events. I am planning on doing a Cold War private event on the property here. So that'll be fun. Anyway, kind of last thing I want to touch base here and discuss is I've kind of been changing the past year, and I've been doing research, kind of keeping it to myself, except among close friends in the hobby. So I'm switching certain time periods and concentrating on certain other eras. I'm sticking with Cold War. Cold War is a great time period. There's a lot to learn. I love the impressions that I have in it, even though I've kind of accumulated kind of too much, but I love the time period. Uh, the one I've been wanting to move into for a long time, and I have finally done so, is Revolutionary War. I'm going to be doing British Revolutionary War. I've already gotten a few bits and pieces. I got my musket, I got my hat, got a couple of little items. That's going to be a slow burn impression. It's a very expensive impression. Requires a lot of fine details because it's very easy to screw up. It's very easy to farb it up. I don't want to do that. The unit I've joined is a very campaigner type of unit. They're fantastic people. They've been helping me a lot because this is all new to me. So thank you guys. You've been helping me a ton. So that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be a great time. It's really exciting to get into a new time period because it's kind of that uncharted territory. So it really feels like I'm re-entering the hobby. It feels like I'm back in 2009 again, redoing this hobby over. It's great. And the other, I'm doing a return to World War II. I've kept my British impression. I still plan on doing that. I have a British infantry impression and a British airborne impression. I plan on sticking with that and kind of doing that here and there. But I've really jumped into Finnish, and that's going to be a lot of fun. I really am excited about that one too. So Finnish World War II, British Revolutionary War. Those are the two time periods I'm jumping into. Well, I say new time period and then a new nation within the time period I'm used to. But it's gonna be good fun. And keep sending the stimulus checks if you want. You know, because that's going to these impressions and helping me a lot. Anyway, like I said, I hope everybody is in good health. I hope you guys hit up some events this year. and I look forward to seeing you guys all again. I know it's been a tough year, but we'll make it through. We'll make it through. We'll make it work, like I said. And like I said, this hobby is very resilient. The people in it are amazing, and we'll get through it. It'll be a good time, like I said. Hopefully this year we start seeing things trend normal. Next year we definitely should be in much better shape. So that's all I really got. I wanted to make this a quick video. I don't want to drag it on too much longer. I will post some more content here soon. I do want to kind of do some live stream stuff. I can't live stream games. Even though I'm not in an area where it's like we're not technologically advanced at all. It's just that my particular plot of land that I'm in just does not have access to internet. The internet provider that is like the sole monopoly of this area of like cable internet, because I have DSL, that has cable internet that actually has realistic speeds. They want $20,000 to run internet to me. No, not even the stimulus checks cover that one. Fiber optics, I'm hoping. Come on, I'm hoping that it keeps getting closer and closer and closer. I hope the fiber internet comes here, and then we'll see. But I might do some live stream stuff at events and everything on our various reenacting pages, maybe on the YouTube channel. I would like to start doing that a little bit more. So we'll see what comes around. I mean, I've had a whole year of doing nothing but going to work, but we'll see what comes around, and I'm actually excited. I think things are gonna look brighter in the future here, especially going with the two new impressions and continuing with Cold War. Cold War, by the way, is getting larger, and it's I think it's going to get pretty big here in the next few years, and I'm excited about that as well. So anyway, be safe, everybody. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.